Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to my channel, Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're doing our longer readings for January 1st through the 15th for my Libras. Happy New Year, my Libras. How are you? I hope wonderful. Well, I feel like 2020 is going to be an awesome year. I think that there's a lot of blocks that are being removed. I will be posting a website on my community page and also my Facebook page. It goes through a lot of the energies right now. But what I like about it, and I posted this website before, astrology.co. I don't really quite know the name of it. I'm sorry, but I posted it before because a lot of times I talk about stuff and then they talk about stuff. So I find that there's a lot of validation, and I've been telling you that 2020 is going to be really an opening up type of energy, and they talk about that too. So one thing to know is that June, what's going to happen in June for my Libras? Put that aside. January 10th and 11th will be the full moon. It will be in Cancer. And, so just, if there will be a lunar eclipse that kind of pushes that energy for a good 6 months. And it will be about home, family, emotional. I think it could also be for my Libras a little bit about love. Okay. So when I do my longer readings, I use four decks of cards. I use my Radley Valentine Angel Tarot cards, gives me my main message. Then I go to my John Holland Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards, kind of fills in some gaps. I ask for words of advice from my Osha Zen Tarot cards. And then I pull one card from my Radley Valentine Archangel Power Tarot cards. Kind of summarizes a lot of times the reading. Now, I'm an intuitive channeler, so what that means is I open myself up to my higher power, spirit, and just basically let the words flow. No filter. Now, let's go on. I've done the shuffling, the cutting, and, the cards are down. I have 3 cards face down. The first and third are reversed, and they have a little bit more, pay attention to me. So for my Libras, for what's going to happen the beginning of January. First card, Ego. Ooh, Ego. Archangel Jophiel. Archangel Jophiel is like the archangel over the arts, okay, the artist, creativity. But, an ego is something that can be very, very fragile. It can be something that's very hurtful. That can get hurt very easy, too. It could be something that, with ego for my Libras, I'm feeling that I'm hearing that there's a strength of purpose. And you are, in many ways, pushing that fragile ego that has been manipulated or has been used against. You're pushing that away. Whatever that energy is, it's like you're taking this, so if you've had somebody in any of those relationships we talk about, your work, job, career, your personal, intimate, interpersonal, or family, if you've had anybody in any of those relationships that, they didn't necessarily build you up, they, possibly, would when I hear about, constructive criticism, it's like there's a line between constructive criticism and just being cruel. So in some ways, you're kind of pushing that away. You're pushing that, the effects of that away. Okay? So I don't know that I'm getting kind of this energy with that. It's like you're pushing it away. You're not necessarily being so ego-based. Now, at the same time, this card can represent being afraid. This card can represent being, you could say, you're afraid of making those steps forward. You're not necessarily trusting in the universe to open doors for you. Well, there's a lot of things that, remember I talked about when Jupiter went into Capricorn, where were you 12 years ago? think back on that. If you were in a good place, expect those good things to start coming back again. And yet at that same time, think of that good place as a leaping off point. If you weren't in a good place 12 years ago, why not? And try to make changes to that. Okay? So ego is a false sense of I told you, Archangel Jophiel. False sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things, negative or fear-based thoughts. Your next card is the Page of Earth. So, Earth energy is Capricorn. We're in Capricorn season now. It's also Taurus and Virgo. Solid energy. It's about, solid energy generally brings about money. It could be your job that brings about money. It could be your home. It could be somebody that you can actually touch. It's literally that type of solid energy. The pages are enthusiastic. The pages want adventure. The pages want to learn. They want to know more and know more and know more. So what this one is, this could be you returning to school, returning to some training. Maybe it's you getting a job where you're going to be having to have some training, but it's you learning more, and it's making you a more valuable, I hate to say it this way, but a more valuable resource. It could also be making you a subject matter expert too. So there's some Libras that could actually, maybe you're starting a business with this, maybe but it's like you are becoming known as a subject matter expert. So this first 2 weeks in January, it's kind of like, yes, you will, push the ego aside. You don't have to deal with the effects of however that's been damaging. I mean, you do deal with it. I'm not going to say you never deal with it, but push that aside and take your step out, because I really feel that this is going to be that type of energy for you, my Libras. It's stepping out. It's stepping out. I feel you stepping out and stepping up. Stepping up. Subject matter expert. So the Page of Earth is scholarly, dependable, patient, successful. Good news about financial matters, wanting to do something more challenging, a new area of study. Again, I feel like you developing an expertise. Okay? Your next card, again reversed, is the Six of Water. Six of Water is our Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio energy, fluid, emotional type of energy. This is you kind of doing some reflection. So remember, I talked about those 12 years ago. Where were you? What did you do? How can you take that, bring it to now, and move forward from this, okay? Now, this is about reflecting about childhood, your history, and that is all true. But I really feel like it's reflecting where you're at, and you're again, stepping up, okay? You need to know where you're at in order for you to do that. You know how you can, when you're swimming, then there's the diving boards, and the diving boards has some spring to it, and the people jump up and down, and it's like that, where you were at, that's where you're starting off at. But think back that 12 years ago, okay? And you're going to jump off, and you're going to actually go higher then. Like I said, stepping up, becoming, somebody is, my Libras, you are going to be developing an expertise that actually, to me, will be very valuable. Okay. Hope that made sense to you. So let's go to my John Holland. Can you kind of give us some more clarification? Oh, memories from your history or childhood, issues regarding children, romanticizing the past. Okay. So let's go on. But yeah, I do see, I see career women and career men, and I see subject matter experts, SMEs, that's SME. So I see you looking back at the past, kind of, again, kind of saying that's where I was at and I'm not going back there. Okay. But at the same time, when I talk about the 12 years, you're going to still, it's still, you may not be going back your 12 years, but you're going to use that, because that was one of the higher points, I think. You're going to use that to climb even higher. Okay, and that could be in any of those relationships. I do tend to go more towards the work relationship. You know that. First card here, this has been coming up a whole lot, emotional withdrawal. Now, a lot of this has been about withdrawing from the drama of others. Best advice that you can take. That's their stuff to handle. That's theirs. It's not yours, okay? Meditate, connect with your higher power. All of that is good to help you stay, to stay balanced, okay? But you need to withdraw from their stuff, okay? It's like, that's their baggage. You don't need to deal with it, especially around that full moon when people are getting a little bit, if the full moon's not affecting you, be aware that it will affect others, okay? Next card, harmony. Okay, harmony, coming together. We have another six of water, so harmony. This is coming together. This is putting you in that place where you feel more whole, okay? This could be a new relationship of any of those times, but I'm feeling like the harmony is more for you. I feel like you, with your scales, are coming into a better balance. So this is kind of this energy for this first couple of weeks. We've talked about Scorpio and Sagittarius season was all about karma and destiny. This continues into that. This continues into now what is the, you've done a lot of your self-care, and now this is like doors opening again for you. So next card. Okay, these were face down. This one is, so we have 1, 1, 11. So again, remember the full moon will be on January. So that's a 1, 10 or 1, 11. But this is you. This is about you coming into balance. So this whole first 2 weeks, this is about, I don't know if this is you coming into balance or maybe you even enjoying the balance that you have obtained. And you need to congratulate yourself for getting to that point. Okay? But this is about balance. Okay, so let's go on to my Osha Zen Tarot. Any words of advice for my Libras? My Libras. Wow. Wow. Again, again, that thing with the expertise. Now, maybe because of all that you've gone through and all you've accomplished, maybe you'll be helping other people go through similar situations. It's almost, I feel like you might be almost like a spiritual guide to many people, but I do feel that there's going to be some financial compensation too. So so that makes me feel like it could, more of a job type of thing. Okay. 1, 2, 3. A lot of people like to say that they would love to become trainers. And, but this is not that type of energy. Okay. I'm not saying that you don't want to be a trainer. I'm not saying if you are a trainer, not that to not. But the energy it's I don't know, it's deeper. Okay. Okay. First card. Abundance. Okay. Like I said, I do feel, that this will be something that will be financially rewarding to you. Accept it as it comes. Next card is harmony. And that's funny because that's on harmony in itself. And again, this is about your balance. This is about the universe also coming into better harmony for you, my Libras. Okay? And your last card here, a new vision, a new start, a new way of thinking, a new, like I said, you become, there's this expertise, this subject matter expert. There's this, there's this new way of looking at your life. You're leaving behind a lot of the drama. You're thinking back on your life. You're not necessarily, you're doing, you're not forgetting where you came from, but things are opening up so much more so for you, especially with this year. Okay, now let's go on. Last card for my Libras with my Archangel Power Tarot card. Okay, sure. Oh, I like this. This one popped up. It is reversed. I can see it though. So it is reversed. This is an Archangel Power card. This is Archangel Jophiel. You started with Archangel Jophiel with ego, and this is the star. This is, you wishing upon a star. This is, actually having hope again. How many of my Libras have lost hope? This is hoping again, having hope. So a dream comes true. A dream comes true. Believe in yourself, the end of a difficult situation. So there's a lot of, there's something about this year, this 2020. I mean, I don't know if you're just going to wake up and all of a sudden you're like, I know New Year's resolutions, but it's like, no, I now have a resolution to take care of myself, not to take care of myself per se, but, I am more resolute. That's more the case. I am more resolute. So it's going to be interesting for you. Believe in yourself, maintain, you have come into such balance here. I see an expert, again, that subject matter expertise, so much, getting rid of the drama of others, a lot of positive energy for you, my Libras. So my Libras, happy 2020 New Year. I do think this is very positive. I do think there's a lot of blocks that have been broken. I do think that many of us are going to be, if we can stay positive, we're going to be shooting for the moon. Okay. I feel that, that more so for you. Now, my Libras, if you enjoyed my reading, please remember to like, share, subscribe, and click on the bell. But as always, my Libras, know that you are loved and be blessed. Bye-bye.